What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have a very special recipe for you guys. As you know, in a lot of my videos I like to share family recipes and things that my family knows and loves. So in this video I'm going to be sharing grandma's recipe for shrimp fried rice. Now if any of you guys are part of my family or know my family, you'll know that my grandmother, my dad's mom, makes the best shrimp fried rice ever. Any event somebody has, they ask her to bring this, or anytime we see her, we put in our order for this quick, simple, and delicious shrimp fried rice. So if you want to see how to make it, keep on watching. Alright guys, so this recipe starts off really simple with ingredients that you should already have in your pantry or fridge at home. So grandma has gone ahead and steamed her rice, and for this recipe we're using basmati rice, but if you wanted to, feel free to use long grain white rice. That is what grandma usually uses for the recipe, but being that we had basmati rice at hand, we decided to use that. She always recommends using a rice cooker, or if you're going to use a pot, go ahead and just follow the directions on the rice package, so this way you get the perfect fluffy rice. You'll basically want to cook the rice or steam it until it is al dente, because if you overcook it, it's going to make for a mushy fried rice. So once it's done cooking, you're going to go ahead and empty it onto a cookie sheet, as you guys can see here. And basically what that's going to help do is allow the rice grains to separate and for it to cool off. And once it gets cool for the most part, you're going to start drizzling on some soy sauce as per your taste and as per how dark you want the fried rice. And then you're going to mix it in really well to try to coat every grain of rice.
Yeah, that's it. When you do the shrimp, you could
add more.
Add more. That is by the dark mushroom soy sauce.
Okay.
So what we're doing now that the rice is fully cooled, we are heating up a heavy bottom pot with some oil. Now use any type of neutral tasting oil, so we are using grapeseed oil today, but feel free to use vegetable, canola, or any other type of oil. Now grandma always recommends you use your karahi or a very heavy bottom pot, so this way it sears the rice and fries it really well with all of those ingredients. Now the first step for this recipe is once that oil comes up to temperature and it is nice and hot, you're going to go ahead and whisk 2 eggs and you're going to add it into your pot. Now basically what you're going to do is fry it up, and as you guys can see, grandma's using a fork. This is just so that the egg separates and you don't get huge clumps. So we're going to stir it up until the egg is fully cooked, and you guys are going to see this cooks within about a minute or two. Grandma doesn't allow it to get super browned because we don't really like that eggy taste that comes from the egg when it gets like burnt almost. So we're just going to go ahead, let it sear for a little bit, and then she's going to transfer it into the bowl that she had whisked it in. And once you've gone ahead and taken out your egg from the pot, you're going to add in a little bit more oil to the bottom of your pot, so this way it can help fry up the rest of the ingredients. So once you go ahead and allow that oil to heat up, you're going to add in your shrimp. And once you add the shrimp in, you're going to go ahead and add in some garlic powder on top, as well as a little bit of black pepper. At this point, we're not adding salt yet, because if you add salt, it's going to help that shrimp to spring its own natural juices, and that's not what we want. We want the shrimp to sear on the outside. Now as you guys can see, after about a minute, grandma went ahead and started to toss up the shrimp, because shrimp really does take no time at all to cook. So once you feel that the shrimp is cooked and it gets nice and pink, you're going to go in with some chopped onions. As you guys can see from this dish, grandma doesn't use a whole bunch of different vegetables. She truly lets the shrimp and the few spices and seasonings speak for themselves in this dish. So after you add in those onions, you're going to go in with some finely chopped carrots as well. And then you're basically going to fry this up for about a minute or two until all of those flavors get to marry together. And at this point, grandma's also going in with some soy sauce. What this soy sauce is going to do is help deglaze the bottom of the pot a little bit, so this way you get all of those nice little brown bits, and it's also going to coat all over the shrimp and just add some more flavor to it. So after about a minute or two, once everything has had a chance to marry together, we're going to go in with some chopped cabbage. The reason why we didn't add the chopped cabbage in towards the beginning is because if this overcooks, it's going to be a little mushy. We like to have a little crunch in the fried rice, and that's what the cabbage is going to add to the dish. So we're going to stir that around and fry it for just about 30 seconds to a minute, just for it to be coated in all of those flavors, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Now once everything has had a chance to fry up really well and you see some brown bits start to form at the bottom, it is the perfect time to add in all of your rice. Now as you guys can see, when grandma put that rice in, all of the grains were separate, nothing was sticking, and that's exactly the way you want the rice to be. If the rice is very clumpy, you might as well not make the fried rice because it's not going to come out that great. So once you add the rice in, you're going to stir everything up really well. All of those little brown bits at the bottom of the pot, that's all flavor. It is not burnt. You want to go ahead and keep tossing it up, get the rice grains coated in all of those delicious spices, the shrimp, and all of the veggies. And now what Grandma's doing, she is also adding in the egg, and you want to break up the egg a little bit so this way it can be mixed throughout the fried rice.
On sauce.
Or just soy sauce?
They're gonna rice and cook with salt, right?
Nah. Usually cook your rice with a little salt. Okay.
Now at this point, once you stir everything together, it is done cooking. You want to turn off the heat and you're going to go ahead and taste it. Now at this point, you can go ahead and add in whatever you want just to play around with the flavors. If you want to add some hot pepper, you can. And when you taste it, you're also tasting for if it has enough salt. So if you need more salt, then you can go ahead and add in some soy sauce or some actual regular salt. Now, this is also the perfect time to add in some black pepper too. So once you cut off the heat and you taste everything for all of the flavors, you're gonna go ahead and put it in a dish to serve and go ahead and enjoy this delicious fried rice. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. It was very quick, very simple. This is a dish that Grandma has been making for years and years, and it just goes to show you that once you put simple ingredients together, you can get a beautiful and delicious tasting dish. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give it a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet, and leave all of your comments down below. I'll see you guys again in my next video.